Gotta show me attention. Bow, kyungnik. Student tenets begin. Honor, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, courage, community. And bow, kyungnik. Junbi. All right, real quick, nice easy little warm up here. Let me get my timer. Set this up here. So 1 minute, and we are going to do lunges. So just nice and easy. We're just going to take one foot, we step it out, other knee drops almost to the floor, back up, and then the other side. Just for 1 minute. All right?
I just noticed you're wearing one of the cycle shirts that I like.
Uh-huh. It's one of my favorites as well. It goes really well with my skin tone because of the contrast. All right, you guys ready? Go. It's 1 minute. Funky in this shirt.
What are we doing again? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Grade A. Lunges, bud. Lunges.
Okay.
Lunges. Lord. Get all these emails and things. There's something going on in this t-shirt. Okay. Got it. All right, keep it up, guys. Almost through. Check the time. Got 27 seconds. 27 seconds. Keep it up. Boom. Time. All right, guys, so from here, next one. So for this one, so lunges, we'll do 1 minute of kind of, I call them kind of alternating push-ups here, but let me show you what I mean. So what we're gonna do is you get into your push-up position here, and you're going to kind of lean to one side, come back up, and then lean to the other as you go up and down. So think of it like going to one hand and then the other as you come up and down.
So basically we're just going to like opposite shoulder, right?
Basically, so you're just kind of going this way.
Mr. Jackson,
Yes, Connor?
is this supposed to be easier than regular push-ups?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, real quick, no, this is not easier than regular push-ups. It's actually quite significantly more difficult. All right. All right.
Is it easier than diamond push-ups?
Say again?
Is it easier than diamond push-ups?
No. It is not easier than diamond push-ups. I think diamond push-ups are actually easier than this. Because for these, it's almost essentially using one arm.
Okay.
For diamonds, you at least have two.
Yeah.
All right. All right, 1 minute. Let's give it a try. Go. That's a one side, then the other. Now, because these are significantly more difficult, if you want to do them from your knees, that'll be okay for this one because they're as hard as it is. That's okay. Or if you want to go the extra mile, do them from your toes. That's fine too. 30 seconds. Time. All right. Good deal. Good deal. All right, guys. So from here, let's go ahead and get into our stretches. Let me just. All right. All right. Arms forward. Backwards. Hugs coming across. Up and down. All right, hands on the hips and hip circles. Other direction. Knee circles. Other direction. And cover stretch.
Every time you go farther and farther, see how far your lunge can go.
And a cat back up on the hands and knees.
All right, now go ahead, let's get into our stretches. Do some quick stretches.
And child's pose, reach, sit back.
Arms up and down. Now hands on your hips and up and down.
And torso twist. So one foot over top of the other, arm across, twist.
Ear, shoulder. Head circles. The other way.
Switch.
Forward and back. Left to right. And hula hoops. Now the other way. All right.
Knock feet apart, hands behind the head, and side to side.
It's our sparring skills. So, what I want you to do is do a good sparring stance, like English, not working today. Now, we're going to be working on number one. So, outside block, outside block, outside block.
Hands in the middle and kind of leaning forward about 10 times.
Just going to be doing that for a minute or so, guys. So, get into your good sparring stance and when you're ready.
I don't know how many that was, but I'm going to say it's 10. Butterfly when you're finished.
Now, guys, testing is in like 2 days. And we want to make sure we're getting these sparring skills down. Now go ahead, if you haven't yet, switch sides. Or it doesn't matter. Go ahead, switch sides.
All right,
Stop. Like, stop without your now.
All right, guys. So from here, what I want to do is I kind of want to get a quick show of hands. How is everybody feeling on all of their skills? And, you know, if you're completely confident that you'll be able to test this weekend and do perfectly fine, raise your hand. If you're still kind of about some things, keep your hands down. You're just going to want to take a look. Okay, so we're
I'm good with everything, even though I'm not really not testing this weekend.
I'm not testing either.
Okay, so hands down. All right, so what I want to do is I kind of want to go over all of our different skills and things of that nature. And real quick, Rion, are you here just kind of get an idea of what we're doing? You're planning on coming to help us out? What's your game plan here, just so I know where you're at?
Oh, no, I'm going to be traveling on Friday and Saturday, so I won't be able to make it.
Okay, so you're just here to just kind of see what we're doing and kind of go from there, just observe?
Just get on some extra practice.
Okay, that'll work. Okay, just kind of wanting an idea. All right, so here, what I want to do first is I want to go over our self-defense technique, and then I'm going to show you guys how to set up and do a couple different ways to do our board breaking techniques. I'm going to show you what we're going to do here at the academy, and then I'll show you some things that you can do at home versus how you guys are actually going to be testing this weekend. And then for sake of time, we might skip sparring drills for today, and then we'll go straight into form. And then we'll kind of check that one out because I feel like that one's probably the most important, so therefore I want to spend the most time on that one. Okay.
Mr. Jackson, real quick, I don't actually test this cycle. I don't test until September.
Okay, that's fine. We're still going to go over this cycle's material.
I still want to practice my board breaking stuff at least, so I have that down.
That's fine too. Okay. And Evan says he's not testing either. That's. Wait a minute. You're a first degree. You should be able to test this cycle. What's going on? Unmute yourself real quick. Yeah, you go.
No, I just I don't know. I don't have I'm not good on the form and stuff like that.
Okay, which one?
The color belt form.
Yeah, well, I can take a look at it for you. We'll see what we can do. Okay, don't rule it out just yet. We'll see what we can do. All right. Okay. So from here, let's go on. Let's go over our self-defense technique. So everybody stand up. No, remember, this one, someone's behind you and they're choking from behind, 2 hands. So from here, how this works is you're going to raise one hand up like, hey, teacher, I know the answer. You're going to lift the foot on the same side. You're going to turn into the bad guy. Wrap around both of their arms. 2 punches low to the ribs. Pull back. Palm heel strike high to the face. Okay? Some weird noises going on here. So run through that a few times. Wrap around. 1, 2, 3. And I want to see it both sides, please. Okay? It'd be so much easier on here to demonstrate.
When we're doing the 2 punches, we're just punching to the rib.
Right
To
here.
the rib area, right?
Right here. Yep.
Okay.
Ugh. Ugh. Get it? Okay.
Wait, can you do that one more time? I don't know what it is.
Mr. Jackson, honestly, I think it's funny when you pretend to do stuff like that, but you're kind of a bad actor.
It's meant to be funny, not
I know.
good acting.
I know.
Okay. You know me, I'm a goober. And Mr. Stark, so bad guys behind you. Step, wrap around, 2 punches low, palm strike high.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jackson, real quick, when I raise my arm up, I step with the same foot, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, step with the same foot, foot on the same side, turning the same direction. And it looks like everyone's okay on this one. It's very easy, very simple. And so we'll move on from there. Okay, so everybody stop. Okay, so from here, now let's talk board breaking. So let me pull up, give me 1 second. And so I've got our board breaking requirement sheet here, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what everyone is required to do for testing. So for colored belts, for advanced color belts, so anyone senior purple into senior red, you guys have your round kick and any hand technique, okay? If you're a first degree black belt, you have your round kick, your hand technique, and then you're adding a jump kick or a spinning kick, okay? And then second degrees, your round kick, a hand technique, jump, then the spin. And there's no third degrees in class today. Okay. So it goes from there.
Can you repeat the requirements for second degree again, one more time?
So you have your round kick. I'm reading it straight from the sheet here. You have your round kick, a hand technique, a jumping kick, spinning kick.
The jump kick, it can be like a jump front kick if we wanted to, right?
Yes. Jumping kick, jumping anything. Okay. If you wanted to be fancy, you can do a jump twist kick, which I've done, by the way. Fun, but difficult. Okay.
Don't I have to do a standing kick as well or
No.
anything? No? Okay.
All right, so from here, what I want to do is I'm going to show you guys how to set up for a board breaking style round kick, because it's a little bit different than just doing a round kick for like a, can't even speak today, or like a target drill, okay? So if you're coming to the academy for testing, you'll most likely do your board breaking kind of in place or on a Wave Master. So I'm going to show you how to do that because I have a Wave Master right over here. Ta-da! Okay. All right, guys. So from here, here's how this works. I'm going to show you a couple different things. So when we break with a round kick, we want to make sure that our angle is correct. If we have our angle wrong on where we're placing ourselves, you're going to hit your toes, or you'll miss, or you'll just kind of graze the board, and it doesn't work right. So let me show you how to set that up. Very easy. Put your feet together, face your target, and you want to be about about fingertips distance, okay, with a straight arm. If your arm is bent, you're going to be too close. If you can't reach it, you are never going to be able to touch it with your foot, okay? So about here, fingertips distance. And then with the foot that you're not kicking with, so the non-kicking leg is going to step out to the side to a sitting stance position, okay? Just to kind of get that idea. And then from there, your kicking leg, the one you want to kick with, which is this one, I want a brown step, so bring that around behind me into a 45-degree angle away from your target, like so. Okay? And this is where we make our stance and throw the kick from here. Now, I know with perception, it kind of looks like I'm really far away from the target, but since this is a number 2 technique, it will work for you if you do it correctly. Then we lift up, strike in. Okay? If you do this correctly, if you get your angle right, you're never going to hit your toes. The ball of your foot will hit it every time, and it will work a lot better for you. Okay, so again, here's how we set that up. Face it, fingertips. Sitting stance, round step. And here it is. Let me lift up the foot behind us, throw the round kick in. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is set that up a few times. I want to see you try it out in that style. If you don't have a target, just kind of pretend there's one there and go through it in that way. Okay.
Can you show it one more time?
I'm sorry, say again.
Can you show it one more time, how you were setting up for board break?
Yes, so again, face it, fingertips. Sitting stance, round step. And then lift and round kick from there. Okay. Let's take a look. Take a look. Take a look.
Do you have to set up for the kick every time?
No, if you know where you are, depending on the person. For me personally, I kind of know where I have to be because I've been doing this forever. But for people who aren't as familiar with the style, they have to set themselves up each time, and that's okay. Until we get used to it, set yourself up. Okay?
Okay.
But if you know where you have to be, stand there, give it a try. If you missed, you know you didn't set it up right.
Okay, thanks.
Just real quick, I want to ask you guys a question here because most of us here have been to our fair share of board breaking clinics and broken our fair share of boards. Who's ever broken a board with a round kick before? Anybody? 1, 2, 3. Only 3 people. Oh my goodness. Well, 4 if you count me. Okay.
Does a jump round kick count?
I'm sorry?
Does jump round kick count?
Yes, that counts. Yes. It's not the easiest thing to do. It can be scary because you'll hit your toes and things of that nature. But I just wanted to get an idea. I want us getting used to doing that thing. Get used to throwing round kicks for board breaking. When I was coming up through the ranks, guys, we didn't have a choice. Like, we didn't get to pick a hand technique. No, he said you are doing a round kick and you're doing a hammer fist. And we had to do it. So it forced us to get good at the techniques. So that's why I'm not afraid to do anything when it comes to board breaking. And just do it, because I've done it all before. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable, and you'll be fine.
This will actually be my first time breaking a board on a round kick because I've never broken one with a round kick before.
And I think you should have done that at least a year ago. First time I broke a round kick, I was a red belt. Back then, you couldn't break boards until red belt, but I went through it all. Carter, remember, when you chamber for your round kick, you want to lift here and pivot in. Okay, you don't want to lift here and then turn. Does that make sense? Board breaking round kicks.
Good, I'm making
Okay.
Cool if I join?
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead, sir.
Great, thank
More than welcome to. I'm gonna mute real quick.
Mr. Jackson, you're muted.
Yes, I was having a small little conversation with Mr. Estes, so I am aware.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Estes.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Estes.
Hello, hello.
You should teach the rest of the class because you invaded Mr. Jackson's class.
What? Boy, I'm gonna get you.
Oh.
I'm gonna get you. What's wrong with me? Huh? Huh?
I haven't seen Mr. Estes in class a long time, so.
Mr. Jackson, I think you and Mr. Estes
We're
are
on
great instructors.
Darn you, wascally wabbit.
You know what, Grady? It's about to be Smart Mr. Jackson Day when I see you in person.
Mr. Jackson.
Just the cuffs. We're gonna have something to say.
Mr. Jackson. Darn you, little wascally wabbit.
I'm a rabbit. I'm a
You're a
rabbit.
rabbit.
I'm a wabbit.
Wait, For the closest was black
All right,
belt.
guys, moving on. Now let's take a look at how we set up hand techniques. Okay. So I'm gonna open this up speaker view for a moment. Oh, perfect. Can you grab a target? Sorry. I'm done with the weight master for a minute.
Leave it there because I'm not done with it.
Okay.
I'm not done, I promise.
All right, guys. So from here,
Especially if we're doing
let's-
hand techniques.
I'm gonna turn this way just a little. Let me come this way. Okay. So from here, guys, so a couple of different things that you can do to set up for hand techniques. There are 3 basic hand techniques that we like to use, and that's the hammer fist, the elbow strike, and the palm heel. One of those 3 will be perfectly fine. Are there others? Yes. Should you do them for your test? Probably not. You know, until you get comfortable. Because I've tested with a rich hand before. I wouldn't recommend it. It hurts, but it is possible.
Another one I like
Okay.
is the reverse elbow.
Reverse elbows, yeah, those are fine. Those are fine. But anyway, so from here, let's talk about how we set up for those. There's 3 different foot movements for it, and all 3 of them will get the same result depending on, you know, how you like to do it. So for the hammer fist, one way that I like to do, and tilt this down so you guys can see my feet better. Okay. So one thing that I like to do, this is the way I was trained, is to put your feet together and face the opposite direction of the target. So it's to my side. Using this hand for distance check. I'm gonna take the foot that's closest to the target, shift into a front stance, and then I throw the technique from there. Okay, that's one way of doing it, by coming from together to front stance. Boom, works well. Oh, say again?
You were frozen.
Oh, well, I can't really do anything about that at the moment. Might have something to do with either your internet connection or ours here at the Academy, but everyone else is doing just fine. So just do the best you can, bud.
Are we frozen for anybody else?
Everyone's
No?
shaking their head.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Some people, so it might be.
Are we frozen now?
No.
For those that are saying we're frozen, are we frozen?
No.
You're like tiny, a little bit blurry.
So it must be on their end.
Can everyone hear us at least?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do it verbally. We'll just go over it.
All right, so from here, next one that you can do is instead of starting, man, my gas, you're gonna start in a back stance with the foot closest to the target, pointing towards the target. So shifting from a back stance to a front stance. That one also works well. Not as much hip rotation in that one, because for the first one, you have to twist all the way over. Second one doesn't have much of a twist, but it will still work. Will still work. Third option, stepping all the way through with the foot on the same side as the hand you're striking with. So starting a little bit further back, stepping all the way through, coming in. That one works well for other people too if they need a little extra momentum. Me, since I'm used to just turning, I use the first version. But whatever works for you, do it. None of those options are wrong. Some people like to do one or the other. All are fine. Okay? And that motion works for the other 2 techniques as well. So the palm heel, same thing. Or the elbow strike, you just have to be a little bit closer to do that one. And you can throw that one as well. Okay? So real quick, open this up to gallery view so I can see everybody. Any questions on foot motion for board breaking? No. Okay, so now, hand technique. Give one of those 3 a try. I want to see how we're doing to help that out.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Oh, that. What are the passwords for the?
00 boss.
Checking everybody out here. Try not to let your back heel come off the ground, Grady.
That's definitely a lot of impression.
Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Everyone doing well with this?
The question.
Good, good deal. Say what about
I'm
that?
still a little bit.
You were watching with.
I'm still a little bit confused about the hand technique. Like,
If it breaks.
But we're not breaking, so.
No, I don't see that happening. I'm sorry, say again, Miss Holiday.
I'm just a little bit confused about the foot movement for the hand technique of what you were.
Okay, show me which one you're doing, and I'll help you out.
I don't know which one I'm doing with the foot movement. I don't know.
3 options.
What hand technique are you doing? That's what he's wanting to know is what
Yeah.
hand technique. Are you doing a palm strike, hammer, an elbow?
I haven't picked one yet.
Girl, testing is Saturday.
What do you normally do?
I don't test until September.
Well, you still need to know these things. All right, let me see a hammer fist. Let's go there. Let me see your hammer fist. How are you setting up for that? Okay, so feet together version. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Just keep your back heel on the ground. That's it. Back heel on the ground. I'm gonna put
Mr. Jackson,
that heel. Yes.
what you were saying about the back heel? I always do it when my back heel comes up, so I get extra distance.
Well, if you don't need the extra distance.
I meant like
Start low, you need to reach forward like that.
I mean, sort of when I get a little, for me, when I get a little farther forwards, I have a little bit more power behind my moves. It feels like to me, so.
Whatever works
That's-
best for you. It's just in my
Yes, sir.
experience, when the back heel comes up, the knee wants to bend, and that'll actually take power away from the technique. But
Okay.
whatever works for you is fine. Okay.
Thank you.
Someone said something.
Yeah, on a bag. Because I feel like I'm doing a push kick, not a front kick.
Okay, hold on. How much time we got left?
10 minutes.
Okay. Don't have enough time. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's stop there. I wanted to spend less time on board breaking, but that's okay. Connor, what are you doing? All right. So let's go ahead and let's go into our form from here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it one time by the count. And then after that, we'll kind of take a look at everybody, make sure everyone's good. Milky pokes.
I'm still feeling iffy about the color belt form, but I'm feeling great on my black belt form.
Okay. Well, we'll take a look at it. All right. What's up, Chumbi stance?
Sir. I don't know if I can just take
1, palm heel. 2 punches. I'm seeing some straight legs. Bend those knees, guys. Bend those knees, Mr. Stemler. Bend your knees. I didn't say widen your stance. I just said bend the knees. I said bend your knees. You mean, all right, square block. Good back stance here. Mr. Stemler, the square block is to your right.
Oh, wait. You're probably not supposed to do it this way.
Yeah.
Probably confusing everybody.
Upset punch. Reinforce. The hand on, yeah, okay. Fixed stance punch. Knife hand strike. Oh, feet come together. Yep, yep. Here you go. Remember, heels together, toes should still be in an L position. Step all the way through, punch. Coming forward, low block. Step forward, punch. Pull forward, ready stance. Remember, the back leg comes up. Both feet should be pointed sideways. Side kick. Put it down in the back stance, knife hand strike, rib level. All the strikes in this form are rib level. Step forward, punch. Step forward, punch and yell. All right, now we get into our turn. So we chamber, turn, double knife hand block, all the way around to the left. Connor, I don't know if your video's doing something funky, but we're on the double knife hand block, bud. Gotta stay with me.
Keep turning to your left, Janae. Just turn, double knife hand block.
Janae, start turning, and I'm gonna tell you when to stop. Left, left. Right there. All right, step through, spear hand. Now picking up our right foot to turn to the left, double knife hand block. Checking everyone got that, okay? 2 number 2 round kicks.
Wait, Mr. Jackson.
Yes, Grady?
So when you're right here.
I can't see you, all I see is your waist. Oh, spear hand.
When you're right here, this foot, my right foot comes across like that.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was.
Common mistake is people are moving their left foot backwards. It still gets you there, but it's not how it works for this form. All right?
Okay.
Go ahead and put your foot down, double knife hand block. All right, section 3. For those who have it, that's the end of the intermediate section for our intermediates here. All right, now section 3, turn to the back, low block in a front stance. With your left foot, Miss Holiday. Now keep that left foot in the front, shift to a fixed stance, reverse punch. Then do it again, fixed stance, reverse punch. One more time, fixed stance, reverse punch. Now, shifting your front leg, which should be your left leg, into a front stance, low X block. You want to kind of lean a little bit forward into that X block. Because if you're up here, you're going to miss it. They're kicking low. You got to reach for it. Now, arms cross to chamber. Step all the way through with the right foot into a back stance to the front. Elbow to the back and yell. Yeah. Now, left hand up, right arm down, inner forearm block, low block. So we're going to lift our left foot, turn to your left, switch arms twice, boom, boom. Step with the left foot, double knife hand block. Step with the right foot, double knife hand block. And finished. No.
Okay.
No. I always want there to be a yell at the end.
I've always been trained to yell at the end.
But there's nothing wrong with it. It's not incorrect if you do it. So.
That's when you go to tournaments and like,
Ugh, I hate when people do that. Because they're trying to compensate for their lack of technique by screaming. Drives me nuts, and that's why they lose.
I've seen one of my first tournaments. There was a chick that did that, and they had great technique and yelled like that, and you could hear it.
I hate it. But anyway, moving on.
I
So-
accepted the defeat.
In my experience, people who do that are just an ugh. But anyway, moving on. So from here, with 3 minutes left, go ahead and go through it again. And let's kind of take a look, and we'll help those who need it. It's holiday. We still have a little bit of time. Need you to at least try the first section or something.
Almost chambered for those songs.
Here?
Yeah. Or no, it was after here, I went here. I was like, no.
That's not it. I'm thinking, never mind. My brain.
What's after the 3 punches in the third section?
I'm sorry, say again.
What's after the 3 punches in the third section?
So,
X block.
X block, yeah.
Okay.
And then elbow. So I'm seeing some shortcutted chambers, guys. Full extension for double knife hand blocks. Full extension. I hate this.
Driving.
No, not a doubt. Not a doubt. And then you had Carter. Thank you. Carter just did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Carter.
No, thank you. I got Miss Holiday doing it now. I'm done. Everyone's just, I'm done.
Everybody done now?
Mr. Jackson, would you like me to spar Mr. Estes the next time the karate place is fully open?
Go
No,
for
I'm going
it.
to do it right now.
I'd be happy to.
Go for it.
No, you'd regret it.
I was waiting for one of them.
All right, guys. That's about all the time we have. Before I let you guys go, are there any other questions, comments, or concerns about either this weekend or any of our skills? Anything we need to know about? No? All right.
Thank you,
I
sir.
still might need help with the color belt form a little bit, just with like the second and third
Well,
section.
you can always sign up for a private lesson, or we will have in-person lessons this afternoon. You can come into those. That's fine too. All right. Well, with that being said, I'll see you all next time on the mat. Remember, testing's this Saturday. Bye.
Wait, so are the all that kids opening up this week, aren't they? Like next week? Monday. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.